Hi friends, thanks for joining our English journey. In this video, you will hear simple conversations, repeat key words, and train your memory. Remember, learning works best when you feel relaxed and curious, so sit back and enjoy the practice with us. I had just moved to a new city for university. Everything felt unfamiliar and sometimes intimidating. Choosing how to travel became one of my first important decisions. I knew I could not afford a motorbike yet, and walking would take too much time, so I considered the bus. I thought about the advantages. The bus was cheap, safe, and avoided the strong sun and heavy rain. Many students recommended it as a practical choice. I decided to rely on it, feeling a mixture of excitement and anxiety. On my first morning, I reached the bus stop early. I tried to observe carefully, but the schedule confused me. The numbers of the buses looked similar. Still, I kept my optimism and hoped it would be simple once I got used to it. That day marked the start of my journey with public transport. I felt proud of my independence. Although uncertain, I believed this routine would shape part of my student life and maybe even bring unexpected experiences. The first real challenge came quickly. While waiting at the stop, I missed my bus because I hesitated. I was unsure if it was the right one. When I finally stepped onto another bus, I discovered I had boarded the wrong route. The bus went far from the university. I grew nervous as the journey seemed endless. I could not find familiar landmarks. Time passed quickly, and I realized I would arrive late to class. My mistake was both embarrassing and stressful. Finally, I got off and tried to retrace my steps. After asking for help, I returned to the right direction. That day, I promised myself to prepare better, to study the schedule carefully, and to arrive earlier to avoid repeating the error. Despite the mistake, I learned a valuable lesson. Next time, I would be more cautious. Experiences like this could be frustrating, but they also built resilience and made me more adaptable to urban life. One morning during the start of the semester, the bus was extremely crowded. Students pushed and squeezed inside. I stood tightly between strangers. The smell of sweat and the lack of space made me uncomfortable, yet it was a common scene. On another day, heavy rain arrived with strong wind. The driver accelerated, then braked suddenly. People leaned sideways, and some almost fell. The horn sounded loudly while traffic outside became chaotic. That ride felt both dangerous and unforgettable. These moments showed the unpredictability of public transport. Sometimes it was tiring, sometimes amusing. Each unusual situation became a story to share with friends later, turning discomfort into a kind of humor that bonded us. Through these events, I discovered that the bus was not only a vehicle, it was a moving stage where daily dramas unfolded. Every passenger carried emotions, stories, and reactions. Observing them taught me empathy and patience. After several weeks, I became more strategic. I chose earlier buses to secure a seat and avoid overcrowding. This habit gave me comfort and saved energy. It also allowed me to start the day more calmly instead of rushing. Gradually, I recognized familiar faces. Some were classmates who lived nearby. We started small conversations and slowly became friends. Sharing the same ride each morning created a sense of belonging and made commuting enjoyable. Occasionally on weekends, I took the bus just to explore the city. It was affordable and adventurous. Looking out of the window gave me new perspectives on urban life. I discovered neighborhoods I had never visited before. Over time, the bus became part of my identity as a student. It was no longer only about transportation. It represented independence, discipline, and a growing connection to the city that was once unfamiliar. Looking back, I see both advantages and disadvantages. The bus is cheap and protects from rain or strong sunlight. It reduces pollution and supports sustainable living. For students like me, these benefits are significant. However, the disadvantages cannot be ignored. Waiting times are long, buses are often overcrowded, and delays happen easily. These factors sometimes cause frustration and make planning more difficult. Still, I believe these challenges build character. By facing them, I became more patient, adaptable, and even resourceful. Without these daily struggles, I might not appreciate the value of convenience as much as I do now. In conclusion, the bus gave me countless memories. From crowded mornings to unforgettable storms, each ride was part of my growth. It shaped my student life, mixing discomfort with joy, and turned into an essential chapter of my youth. Mistakes are not failures, they are signs of growth. Every time you try a new word, you are building a stronger base for your English. Be patient with yourself, and allow the process to guide you. Small steps really make a big change. Keep in mind that practice is never wasted. Even short minutes today will become useful skills tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Stay confident, and we will continue this journey together in the next video.